Hello, my dear students. Good morning. It's a great time to have you on my channel on the English Conversation 1 course. We have today chapter 11, part 2. Before we begin, my usual advice to you, my dear students, is divided into two parts. First part is related to your health. Since we are suffering from virus corona health conditions, these conditions are very dangerous. Many people have become ill, seriously ill. Some even have died. So we have to take care to look after our health, to keep ourselves away from this disease. We have to stay at home to be comfortable, to be happy, to be healthy, and never mix with other people. Don't shake hands. Don't touch other people. Don't come near other people. Try not to use other people's tools, clothes, dishes, cups, and so on. By doing so, you can stay healthy, happy, and comfortable. When you are happy and healthy, of course, you can be very good students. You can be powerful, strong, cheerful, and you have the ability to do your homework, to do your job quite easily and carefully. My second part of advice here is related to your studies. You should look after your studies. Nobody will study for you. You have to study for yourselves. You have to begin right from the beginning. Study your lessons. If you have any difficult words, look them up in a good English dictionary. Sometimes you have to look them in an English Arabic dictionary. You can write down the difficult words, study them by heart, read them more than once, write them on a piece of paper, revise them from time to time so that you can be very good students. You can be great students. So the first step is not to waste time. The second step is to use your time wisely. Write your, homework in a good file. Send your files in time. Don't delay. Don't wait to the last minute so that you can get high marks. You can improve your level. You can raise your average, and you can, of course, graduate with high marks and get good jobs in the future. Right, now we can move to the lesson. The first dialogue is entitled with "Could you possibly?" Possibly here is very polite. Could you possibly, could you please take this tray up to room 509? We are in a hotel. The hotel here, the hotel manager or secretary asks the boy to take the tray to room 509. Could you possibly take this tray up to room 509? I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't. I have to take some wine glasses and ice to room 914. Oh, okay. Sorry, I can't help you out. Don't worry about it. I understand. So, a very short dialogue. It's a request for help, for doing service. Now, after this dialogue, we have 5 exercises. The first one, we have, would you be willing to? Would you be willing to, and we have here an infinitive. Would you willing to type this letter for me? Right, we have work on the special project for the boss. So she, of course, can't do that. She apologizes. She has an excuse because she is busy working on this special project for the boss. Oh, okay. Now we turn to exercise number 2. Could I ask you to give me a hand? Means to help move these boxes. These boxes are heavy. Could you please, could I ask you to give me a hand? Oh, sorry. Take the package to the shipping department right away. So he apologizes. He can't help you. Right. If we move to exercise number 3, we have also a request. Would you mind? Would you mind here staying late tomorrow um, evening to help with the um, yes inventory? And a person says, I can't because I have to attend a meeting at my daughter's school. All right. So you can ask for help, you can request in a polite way, and the other one is busy. He or she can't help you. So you understand her or his excuse. Now we move to exercise number 4. Do you think you would be able to? Do you think? The question is very polite. To help us make our presentation in 5-star electric tomorrow. Oh no, I can't because I have to meet with the board of directors. Okay, no problem. I understand that. Finally, here we have, would you mind if I ask you? So it is very polite because you use the past and you use a question. Would you mind if I ask you in the past to help me check in these passengers? Oh, I can't because I have to report to gate 12. Right. Let's move to the next dialogue. I apologize for being late this morning. Hmm, I apologize. I mean, excuse me, pardon me for being late this morning. My alarm clock never went off. I see. I'm really sorry. That's all right. Don't worry about it. These things happen. So she understands his problem and she, of course, pardons him. Right. We have now we have 5 exercises. The first one, she missed the staff meeting. Some students asked me to help them after class. Mm, yes, right. The headmaster or the headmistress understands her excuse. Now, number 2, he didn't come in yesterday. Why? Because both my kids were sick. She was absent because her kids were sick. I understand that. Number 3, she broke the French fry machine. Mm, she made damage here. I simply here forgot, of course, the instructions. Mm, right, no problem. Exercise number 4. She left the copying machine on all weekend. Ah, the working machine was working on Saturday and Sunday. I went back to my coffee to answer or to the office to answer the phone, and then completely forgot about the machine. Finally, we have exercise number 5. He forgot to tighten the bolts on the wheels. He made an accident. The mechanic forgot to tighten the bolts on the wheels. I rushed the job because the customer was in a hurry. He made a mistake and the driver makes an accident. All right. Could I possibly take the day off tomorrow? He asked for a holiday, an off day tomorrow. Could I please take the day off tomorrow? Tomorrow? Yes. Would that be okay? Certainly. If you want to take the day off tomorrow, it's fine with me. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. We have here 5 exercises. The first one, leave at 4:30. They usually leave at 5 o'clock, but he is quite busy. He has an emergency, so he asked, could I possibly leave at 4:30, 30 minutes before 5 o'clock? Number 2, could I possibly come in a little late next Monday? Oh, yes, you can. No problem. Number 3, exercise number 3, could I possibly take my vacation, here, the last week in August? All right, you can take it, no problem. Number 4, could I possibly switch to the, here, vacant office down the hall? All right, you can do that, no problem. Exercise number 5, could I possibly skip tonight's performance? Yes, they are at the concert or the theater, and he wants to stay, at home. Now we have come to the last dialogue. This is the final dialogue. Is it all right if I go home early? Is it all right? Is it okay if I go home early today? He comes to the manager in her office. Is it all right to go home early? Actually, I'd rather you didn't. She doesn't allow him to go home early today. I see. The reason I asked is that my son's school called to say he isn't feeling well. Oh, I understand. In that case, I guess it's okay for you to go home early. Are you sure? If you'd rather I didn't, I won't. No. It's okay. If your son's school called to say he isn't feeling well, then I think you should go home early. Thanks very much. Now we have a dialogue with blank spaces, and you have to fill in the blanks with a sort of either a request or a reply to a request. You can reply to a request. You can give a request. So if you have here, I'd rather you didn't. I'd prefer it if you didn't. I'd prefer that you, of course, not. I'd prefer you not to. Here we have this dialogue. Is it all right if and you can give your, request. Is it all right if I leave the office early today? Actually, I'd rather you didn't. I see. The reason I ask is that my father, my mother, my son is not feeling well. Oh, I understand. In that case, I guess it's okay for you to leave early today. Are you sure? If you'd rather I didn't, I won't. That means if you don't prefer I should go, I won't go. I will not go. No, it's okay. If your father, mother, and so on isn't feeling well, then I think you should go home early today. Thanks very much. Right. You ask your employer for permission to do something. Create an original conversation using the model dialogue above as a guide. Feel free to adapt and expand the model any way you wish. You can, of course, make changes. Now we have come to the end of this lecture. If you have any questions, please tell me, let me know. I'd be glad to help you. If you have any difficulties, you can look any difficult word in an English dictionary. Or sometimes you have to look them up in an English Arabic dictionary. You are free. You can use an English or English Arabic dictionary whenever you like. But every time you use the dictionary, write down the difficult words on a piece of paper and try to revise them. Look at them each time, many times a day, so that they will stick in your memory. You can memorize them. You can recognize them and memorize them whenever you see them. And you can refresh your memory whenever you like, so that you can use them in writing, in speaking, and so on. My final advice to you is that try to write your names, full name, in capital letters on your file. Send me your files in a good way that they can be open, and send them in time. Don't delay. Don't delay. Don't waste your time. All right. Thank you for joining me today. Goodbye for the moment, and see you next lecture.